this is a really interesting team and club, Brian, isn't it, in terms of what they're doing behind the scenes. You know, people who follow these kind of things might note that they won the UEFA Youth League just last week there, and they beat Hajduk Split in the final. But earlier in the tournament, they'd hammered Real Madrid 4-0 and Barcelona youth team 3-0 in that competition.
Eintracht Frankfurt 5-0.
Yeah.
So they were banging in a few goals, 19 goals and 2 against. But look, none of them are actually in this squad, you know, which is kind of surprising. You would have think one or two of them would have got promoted. But it does.
Quite an achievement for a small club, isn't it, with the amount of
they've been at good stuff for a long, long time, Tommy. I came across them when I was running youth teams myself, and they were ahead of the posse in terms of information and analysis and watching what was going on around Europe. I mean, I met a guy in the airport one day, and he was able to tell me every underage player in Ireland that I had selected or had a look at, and he had it all down, statistics on the computer. I was amazed. So it's not a very big town. We covered a match in the previous guys when they played Dundalk in 2016, when Dundalk played them over there, and I was over there, and I remember saying, this is not a very big place, but they have a fairly big football stadium and a team that's always very, very competitive and are regulars in Europe and do all right in Europe. And now they're back at it again. I mean, they're fourth in the league at the moment. They're 2 points behind Ajax. They could pip Ajax for third place, but I don't think won't get them a Champions League place. But this is very important to them, this competition. The type of players that they have, they don't have world beaters in terms of players. They develop their own. They put huge amount of money and resources into the academy work, and some of it is a very scientifically based system for producing players.
But they're influenced by the people who know the Moneyball, the story of the movie and the book, and the baseball story, that Billy Beane, the guy behind that, was an investor in the club and, you know, really influential there. And they use all sort of brain function tests to test young footballers. Do they have the cognitive abilities? It's fairly advanced stuff, isn't it? I mean, obviously, as Brian says, small club, small place, looking for an edge, and clearly they're getting it, certainly in the youth ranks anyway.
Yeah, and it's something everyone's been searching for, because I've been coaching young kids for a while, and you see the really early developers who are brilliant, and then by the time it comes to an age where you're starting to put information and tactical information into the players, and can they take the instructions of what they need to do on match day, and they're looking at you like they don't know what you're on about. If you can predict that player is going to fall off at the age of 15 and 16, and then start to pick players who you know, it's just going to get better, because physically they're going to grow, but also mentally they understand what's required to be a footballer. It's a huge advantage to them. And I was talking to someone before about Union Saint-Jean-Louis, who last year they were using them vision goggles for the goalkeepers. The goalkeepers weren't even going out on the pitch; they were just diving around in a room. So with all this technology is coming into the football, and it's worked for them and it worked for the other team as well.